Good God Almighty, for the love of God, can you believe Seth Rollins just curb stomped the hell out of the Viper Randy Orton? My God, he made Orton look like a goddamn garden snake. Good God Almighty, Seth Rollins and Randy Orton are just a combustible unit. I mean, you knew this thing was going to blow up. You know there's been friction, there's been animosity, there's been heat. But I didn't think Seth Rollins was going to turn on Randy Orton. Does Seth Rollins fully realize what he's done? Seth Rollins said earlier in the night that the future will take care of itself. The future will mold itself. But tonight, Seth Rollins just crushed WWE's past and Randy Orton. Or should we say the WWE's present, because Orton is not past just yet. But I think Evolution is going to pass Seth Rollins by. Seth Rollins might have just signed his death notice, his death wish, because if he hit that maneuver, his curb stomp on Randy Orton after the match, after the street fight, inside Hell in a Cell, can you imagine what Randy Orton's going to want to do? There's going to be retribution. There is going to be retaliation. You don't do that to Randy Orton. You don't turn your back on Randy Orton. And it's funny how earlier in the night, Seth Rollins said it was his idea for Orton and Cena to be in Hell in a Cell, with the winner being the WWE World Champion, the number one contender to the WWE World Championship. I cannot believe the actions. I cannot believe Seth Rollins turning on Randy Orton. I thought Orton was going to turn on Rollins first, but Seth Rollins had other ideas for Randy Orton. I can tell you right now that this would be a monumental match at a WrestleMania or a Royal Rumble. I can guarantee you Randy Orton is not going to take this line down. Randy Orton, you could see all night that he couldn't trust Seth Rollins. You could almost see the tables turn. You could almost see that Randy Orton wasn't getting to Seth Rollins. He knew that there was something wrong. Something wasn't adding up. Something wasn't making sense. And Randy Orton had that feeling. He had that vibe. Randy Orton's not dumb. Although Cena did call Orton a dumbass earlier tonight. But for anyone else that saw this coming, I didn't see this coming. This was a complete shock to me. Not as shocking as when Rollins turned on the Shield, but it was still shocking nonetheless. Does this mean Randy Orton's going to turn into a face? Does this mean Randy Orton's going to be a babyface? Does this mean Randy Orton's going to turn the edge? He's going to turn the tables? Because what we saw out of Orton tonight, giving an RKO on Cena and Paul Heyman, I would not want to be Seth Rollins. Raw was solid tonight from top to bottom. 9 out of 10 stars. I can't wait for Hell in a Cell. Subscribe.